And welcome back to the Buzz in the Keys with Pam and Rhonda here on Conch 1500 AM. We're here with our good friend Mangrove Mike Forster, who owns Mangrove Mike's Restaurant up in Islamorada and is also running for County Commission.
That's
welcome.
Correct. Thank you very much.
And the rain barrel.
That's right. Don't forget Betsy.
Betsy, the big lobster.
That's right, the big giant lobster at the rain barrel that
That's
you
right.
acquired.
You're pretty brave coming on the show again.
I love it.
Well, I'm sorry, we don't have the VIP service for you that we did last time.
We don't have a limo. And
last time Mike was in town, we got a limo from Steve at Keys Limo, and
he donated that for the night.
Yes.
We had a really good time.
And,
what do you think, Mike?
Yeah, we went to the Commodore and Rosalina,
and then blah 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 blah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We won't talk how the night ended.
What happens in Key West stays in Key West.
That's right.
I do think we lost you along the way, however.
Yes, but since I am running for county, then we don't talk about those things.
That's right.
You won't hear anything
so
from us.
you were so involved in so many community things. You just finished dancing with the Island Stars.
Correct. Yes, I did.
He was doing the Mod Squad look. I'm liking
Yeah,
that.
I love the afro wig you had on.
And that shiny shirt.
And you know, it wasn't a stretch. It was in my closet.
Oh, was it?
You found that in your closet?
Absolutely.
Oh, my God. I was impressed that you actually went to dancing classes twice a day.
That's right. 5 days a week for 3 months.
Unbelievable.
It was awesome.
Well, you're like Superman.
It was awesome. And, you know, we just finished a fundraiser for one of our great friends in Alameda who's battling cancer. We did it at Rum Runners Beach on Saturday. On Sunday, we raised $20,000. It was a beautiful thing.
Wow.
Of course,
great.
I was the auctioneer. And
On Sunday you were?
yes, I was.
Oh, you know what? We were up in
We were
Alameda
there.
on Sunday. We should have called you.
Absolutely.
Because we stopped by the Pilot House. There was a fundraiser going on there, too.
Right, for the young lady who passed.
Yes.
That's sad. Very sad. But our community definitely comes together for people that are in need. And you know, it's the least I could do is to be the auctioneer and have fun with that. And guilt my friends in the
Isn't that fun?
bidding. Yes. And you know, this one I have
It's always great when you know the people in the audience.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I won't do it anywhere else. Really. I mean, I get a couple of libations in me, and then I see my friends, and I remember their paddle numbers. And what's great about this auction is I can tell you like 30% of the items went for the actual retail value.
Wow.
And that's unheard of.
Well, you know, we were auctioneers for the Merrill Ball,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we promised Mark Rossi that we would do the Buzz. We would tape the Buzz from teasers, which...
Well, I don't remember that. Probably he doesn't too.
But anyway, you've got the Conch Life Scramble, speaking
Correct.
of fundraisers coming
Absolutely.
up. And before we talk about that, tell us why it's called Conch Life.
Well, I branded a name called Conch Life, and basically it's not to compete with the other Conch republics or anything like that are north and south kind of thing going on.
Yes.
we stay out of that.
Which I'm kind of in the middle of those,
Yeah.
but I came up with Conch Life because I really saw salt life everywhere. Well, Conch Life means a lot more to me than salt life because Conch Life to me is all about history of the Keys and all the conchs. And if people aren't familiar with it, conch is a true native of the Keys. They were born and raised here. And I want to preserve the history of the conchs, and I think that's fading away, especially in the Upper Keys, which we don't have a museum. So I did Conch Life. I trademarked the name. I have a lot of websites. I have a lot of apparel. I'm starting to have retail items. They get a percentage of that. I just presented a check. It was in the paper 2 days ago for $500 because I sold 500 shirts.
And who did
Is
you
this
get
for
the
your
check?
restaurant or?
That goes to Matacumbe Historical Trust.
Oh, great.
Okay.
To build a museum for Irving Eister. And so they get $1 for every shirt, and they get 10% of all merchandise.
And the shirts have usually old vintage type
Oh, absolutely.
photographs
One of your
on them, right?
friends. I mean, I have 4 of his. Skip Bradeen, the famous Skip Bradeen.
Well, you know the story. We asked Skip's wife, Lisa Bradeen, for a picture of Skip to put in the magazine,
Right.
Travelhost magazine. And so she's not great at sending any digital photos.
Right.
But she gave me these photos of Skip, I think from the 1970s. You probably
think
have
he was
them on your
25
shirt.
years old.
Because,
I probably do.
I said, Lisa.
Oh, absolutely. I have that one. The boat was called Always.
I just saw him
Yes.
with a fish.
He was
but-
about 17 years old.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Those are the only pictures she seems to have of Skip
Oh,
these
I
days.
know. Well, yeah.
Makes a great T-shirt,
You
though.
get tired of seeing the piano, the
Yeah,
ties
right.
and everything, and the
Yeah.
colored shoes, and but it's gone over really well, and the people are excited because we're helping preserve the history, as I say on the back of the shirt, preserving the history one picture at a time.
Yeah, that's great.
I have a Tavernier of Harry's place, which is no longer there, but it's actually a picture of Harry Harris, who has Harry Harris Development in Islamorada. It's a big community. That was from 1928.
Wow.
And it's beautiful. The guys are
Where do you
pumping
find
the gas.
Where do you find most of these photos?
People are giving them to me because they know I'm honoring them, and they love to see their family, the generations of family in those pictures. And I have a lot of generations in those. I have the first policeman of the Keys is the Pender.
Wow.
And he wasn't a policeman. He was a constable.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
And the Penders are buried in the cemetery in Islamorado at the
Hurricane Monument.
Is it there or Chica
Or
Lodge?
Chica Lodge, and then some are at the Hurricane Monument.
Right, who died
and the
in
Russells and Allberries, and it's just I just have this feeling of wanting to help preserve the history of the Keys because I feel like as they pass, the kids who have already moved north take everything with them north.
Right.
And I want to preserve everything. Just like I got that great picture from the great artist Millard Wells of Zane Grey, which he signed. This is from 1930.
Really?
And they gave it to me as a gift as after we helped raise money for Millard. They gave it to me as a gift. They found it in his closet. But it was his authentic signature of Zane Grey with this 600-pound tuna. Well, now it's one of my Conch Life shirts.
So how many shirts do you have at this point?
I'm up to 12, but I'm working on 4 new ones that are just incredible, that are just, you're going to love.
And do you have them on a website too?
Pretty soon, it's going to be, you'll be able to find them on conchlifestore.com.
Cool.
And
which one did you say was really cool that you had?
Well, I don't know if you're familiar with Joe Roth. Used to be the owner of Holiday Isle.
Okay, yes. Okay,
also
yes.
Ocean Key House.
Okay.
Also Little Palm Island.
Okay.
Joe is he's sick right now. He's not doing so well, and I want to make sure that he's going to do a lot better. And I'm doing one of him with Gary Dunn and Pat Cavanaugh, who owns Bone Island Liquors down here, and they were actually dressed as the Bud Girls.
Oh wow!
Yes, this was about 18 years ago.
Wow.
That's one of my famous shirts. And then if you went to the OV, you would see Mr. Dunn diving into the pool.
Who's an ex-football guy, right?
Steelers, right?
Yes, Pittsburgh Steelers, Super Bowl champ twice. But he's in his 400 pounds of glory, jumping into the pool without a shirt on, and it's everybody out of the pool kind of picture. So it's going to be a great shirt. Pool, huh? But Gary's a lot of history. Gary's also a UM grad. He's also in the UM's Hall of Fame.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Listen, we want to talk about the Conch Scramble.
Right, Conch Life Scramble.
Conch Life Scramble, which is going to be a Keys-wide golf tournament on the water. It's very, very cool. We're here talking with Mangrove Mike Forrester. Stick with us after these messages. We'll be right back.